Scientists made contact lenses that allow humans to see in the dark infrared. And you're probably going to want these babies when you see what they can do. First, some background. There's a part of the electromagnetic spectrum that is invisible to the human eye, called the near-infrared. It's just beyond the range of light that we can see, and it's actually only about 700 times narrower than the width of a human hair. So it's basically nothing. We can't see this spectrum because our eyes lack the photoreceptors needed to detect it. But in recent years, scientists have been working on ways to make artificial lenses that can pick up these infrared waves and translate them into something our eyes can see. And after years of work, a team led by a professor of nanotechnology at a university has created a contact lens that is sensitive to the near-infrared spectrum. The results were published in the journal Advanced Materials. Here's how it works. The contact lens has a tiny chip embedded in it that contains a layer of gold, just a few atoms thick. Gold is great for nanotechnology because it's highly reflective, so when light hits it, it bounces back pretty much immediately. This gives the scientists an easy way to measure how much light is being reflected back at them. When the contact lens is placed in an artificial solution that mimics the water and oil mixture found in our eyes, it can detect infrared light and reflect it back. When the lens was placed in a beaker of the solution, the researchers could see that it picked up infrared light waves that were around 1,000 times smaller than the wavelength of visible light. Not only that, but the lens could even detect differences in the intensity of near-infrared light. Right now, this technology is still in the very early stages. There's no telling how useful it will be, or even if it will ever make it out of the lab. But if it does, the possibilities are really exciting. For example, it could allow us to see through dust, fog, or smoke, which would be especially helpful for first responders. It could also help doctors see inside the body without the need for X-rays or other imaging techniques. Or maybe one day, you'll be able to use them to see your friends' auras. Okay, maybe that last one won't happen. But hey, you never know. Science is moving fast, and there's so much we don't know about the universe. The way that they work is pretty wild. The lenses are made from nanoparticles that are placed right on top of a contact lens. Those nanoparticles are what's called a quantum dot. But these lenses work by exploiting a phenomenon called radiative relaxation. When those particles absorb light, they don't just emit it, they also transfer energy to nearby molecules, causing them to vibrate really rapidly. To test out their lenses, the team had a few participants look at a thermal camera image of a person and then try to recreate it using only the infrared lenses, and they were able to do it. They also tested it out on a mouse and were able to get a pretty clear image of its heat signature. Now there are some limitations. The lenses only work in near darkness, so they're really only good for short-range vision. You know what I'm saying? Just another superpower that some evil villain can exploit for their own nefarious purposes. If you want to learn more about the amazing discoveries being made every day, make sure to subscribe to the channel